So here we are looking at the challenges part of our tutorial exercise. So we got to a stage where we had all of the accounts payable invoices for the year in a pie chart. And we did fiddle with it being, you know, a tree map, okay, that kind of thing. Nice and straightforward. Now, if I delete this extra graphic, there we go, bring it back to a pie chart. Got to make it active, people. Make it active, then you can get the pie chart. Now, the challenge is to make those ones and twos into the month names. Now, this is a little bit advanced because we have to go into the data set. Here's our data set as we left it last time. All right. We added in a total price which matched up to the invoice amount, and that total price used a formula up the top. We're going to do the same to turn this column of month into a description of the month. So I'm going to add a new column, easy peasy. I'm going to change its name from the vanilla column to by month. I just type over that. Now, just like you can in Excel, you can use formulas. So you've got a whole raft of formulas available to you, but you don't know what they are necessarily. So the easiest thing to do is just start typing. So if I start with an F, I end up with fact, false, all of those. And I know that format is the one that I want. Similarly, if I do an A, I get those. If it was Z, I get nothing. Y, there's 1 year. Now these year functions, see how it's year, returns the year of a date as a 4-digit integer. You give the function a date, it returns back the year. The month one does the same. And that's what we used in the previous discussion. And there's also day and all the rest of it. But we want to format. So we're going to format. And we're going to format the same date that we used for month, which was invoice date. So I'm just going to type in AP_trans. That's the name of our data set. So the value is being picked up from another column, and we want invoice date, because that's the date of the invoice. Do that. So that's formatting it. We told it what date we want to format. We need to tell it how we're going to format it. So do a comma, double quote, and now we give it a format string. This is exactly the same as our good friend Mr. Excel. So if I do M, close quote, double quote, put that down. First thing you'll notice is that by month is now changed the name, and we've got all the numbers down here. What I want to do, what happens if I put a D in there? We're going to get the day of the month. Okay, so 17 November, 30 November, 30 October. If I do DD, I get nothing. If I do DDD, I get something. I get the short form of the name. Same thing for the month. I get the month, I get MM, I get NOV. If I do 4 M's, I'll get the full description, which, although I know that's not what's in our challenge sheet, it's the same principle. And I like full names. Let's go back to our report. So logic would dictate we've added by month over here in our fields, and I'm going to add that to our legend. So let's make that the active visualization. See how we got month there? I'm going to change that to by month. Get rid of month. And hooray! I've got January. No, that's not how months work. Okay. Well, what do? I want to sort it by the month. I'm going to put month back into the legend and get rid of by month. But I'm going to put by month. So it's going back to that. I'm going to put by month into the details. Got the full descriptor. Hooray. Still the wrong order, but guess what? I go up to my little ellipsis and I sort by month, because it's the top legend bit that I can do it on. And I make sure that it's ascending. So now the 1s, 2, 3, 4s, etc. in order. January, February, April, May, June and July are in there, August, September. And I can probably make it bigger and I'll get all that detail in there. Okay. So Let's make that big screen. Okay, so that's as good as I'm going to get it. I can change the format of those. I can go around in here. Okay, if I do data colors, I can change that really awful shade of aquamarine to something a little bit more, yes, interesting. Purple. Purple's always a good UQ color. There we go. Okay. Otherwise, you just leave it on, it's automatic, but you can do all sorts of things. Here's your label style. You could change that to those now if you wanted. Percent of total. You can muck around in here to do all sorts of things. But yeah, that is how you can do the challenge. I'll just bring that back to my category, make that smaller by going back to my report and dragging that up. That's how I can achieve the same outcome. And remember, I can go to here, go back to my column, change that to MMM, voila. And that should have flown all the way through to here. The key to this ordering, the legend and details, giving it something to sort on, and away you go. I could change this to all sorts of weird and wonderful invoices. You should have, or visualizations, you should have a play with this sort of thing, because it will be interesting for you to see what you can produce for your later report to the board. Thanks very much.